So one of the things they did kind of discuss on that I thought was pretty interesting, and I looked up some more about, was the NSA sex rooms.
This is my favorite story of 2025 so far.
Yeah, because the way that Joe and them were talking about it made it seem that it felt like they were just trying to pick on certain people in groups. And so I was like, man, I got to look into this. I got to see what they were talking about.
At first, the whole story just seems, when you brought it to me, I was like,
it's not they were just picking on them, right?
No.
Well, that's when I first presented but I didn't go into detail. When I first presented the story,
I was going to say, I had the same opinion now that I did when you first presented this story to me.
That was when I told you the details of it. When I just said it, the general, what was going on, it didn't sound like they were just picking on these people. They were just saying that they were talking sexual in nature, and they didn't really go into much detail until we went in and read the messages.
No, I had the same opinion from the beginning that I do now. Okay, so over 100 people from 15 different agencies in the NSA have now been fired because of inappropriate language and discussions in an NSA, like, what is it, a group chat, a chat room? I don't know what it is, but this is crazy. So the director of national intelligence, more than 100 intelligence officers have been fired for having sexually explicit discussions on a government chat tool. The chat program was administered by the NSA and was intended for discussions of sensitive, secure matters. In its inception, that is what this chat was for, right? Why did they get fired? What were they discussing in said chat? Let me tell you. I got this from City Journal. This was like one of the first sources that popped up. I don't know how credible it is, but it was top of the Google page. So one popular topic was male to female transgender surgery. So it seems like this group chat went from national security, and I'm going to say this with a grain of salt because like we don't know what these sources, which way they're leaning. But it seems like during the Biden administration, there was more importance placed on like LGBTQ rights and stuff in the NSA. So there was like a division to handle that. And those people kind of had like a support group. So that chat kind of seems like turned into like a LGBTQ support group. And then it kind of like morphed into NSA After Dark. Like, I don't know what else to call it.
NSA After Dark is crazy.
So a popular topic was male to female transgender surgery, which involves, you know what it is. Somebody said, mine is everything, said one male, obviously now a woman, who had this surgery. I found that I like being penetrated, but all the rest is just as more important as well. See, another intelligent officer boasted that genital surgery allowed him to wear leggings or bikinis without having to wear a gaff under it. Like tucking panties, right? Employees discussed hair removal, estrogen injections, the experience of sexual pleasure post-castration. I think that verbiage lets you know which way this
post-castration
this publication leans, because it's after surgery, like after bottom surgery. Somebody said, getting my butthole zapped by the laser was shocking, said one transgender identifying Intel employee who spent thousands on hair removal. Like, these people, like, you could tell. Like,
but you don't feel like this is in some way them trying to attack a certain group of people in the government?
Yes. So after reading up on like what they published and stuff, but I still kind of wanted to read some more.
Oh, okay, well.
So they said, look, I just enjoy helping other people experience boobs. And somebody else said, one of the weirdest things that gives me euphoria is when I pee. I don't have to push anything down to make sure it aims right. Yeah, that's great. Being a woman, you just sit. It's one
let it
you
flow.
don't have to do much work when you pee as a lady.
Just let it flow.
Yeah. And I think, that was it. That was all the spicy stuff I had. So after reading all of that, and then I think, was it the head of NSA? Yeah. And then
I think her name was Tulsi Goldberg. Right?
Yeah. And she was talking about how like this isn't this is not appropriate workplace behavior, which I 1000% agree with. But then at the end, when she was like, and Trump's doing what he said he was going to do. And I was like, okay, so you're on that side.
Oh,
so everybody,
how do you think she got the job?
Everybody's on that side. And we have to take this with a grain of salt because this is very convenient that they just were able to fire all of the gay people.
That's what it sounds like it is.
They just fired all of the gay people. And if you ever mention something about being gay or anything having to do with that, then you probably got fired. And it probably wasn't 100+ people talking about gangbangs, which they did mention. Also, they was talking about gangbangs. They were talking about their kinks, like a bunch of stuff like that. If there were people in those chats talking about that, wildin'. Because what work group chat do you discuss the feeling of being penetrated in?
But like,
which work group chat is that appropriate to discuss that in?
I can understand that it's not, but I can also see a world where you're experiencing something that so few people in the world experience.
After work drinks.
No, I understand that, but some of these people are probably not even in the same state. They probably working on different assignments and stuff like that.
Bro,
in
that's
different
what
areas.
you got. Like,
my thing is this.
Twitter for.
If ain't nobody, it's just like if you met the only other black girl at your particular.
We could literally start a group chat separate, like a separate not work group chat.
Yeah, but it bleeds into
National
both.
Security Agency doesn't have access to because you work for the National Security Agency.
I'm not saying that they couldn't have taken this off of work. I'm not going to say that.
That's the first thing they should have did.
We don't know the intricacies of what they're working on, the relaxed nature of the conversation that they have. This is the reason why I don't play on that team shit and all that other stuff that folks be having. I'm not trying to get on no kind of conversation with you.
We are at work. Why are you talking about buttholes?
Don't talk to me about anything, honestly.
No, but other than that, we are at work. Why are you talking to me about buttholes?
Because
what situation?
My thing is this.
Is that appropriate?
We don't like we have anybody here saying, "Hey, I was uncomfortable during these conversations. I felt violated during."
No, they were all in these chats together.
And
it was just crazy that they were discussing this.
I agree. It's wild to do that on the work server. That's a wild thing to put on the work server. I'm not disagreeing with you at that point. I'm just saying I can see a world where I'm experiencing something very few people are experiencing, and to be able to share those things and know that they understand what I'm saying. And be able to feel comfortable and normal in expressing that, I can understand and respect where maybe they've been coming from, and I'm not going to sit here and vilify them and call what they were doing this horrid shit like the press was doing.
It's not horrid shit, and
that's what the press was saying.
They're crazy, but it's just highly inappropriate for you to be talking about buttholes at work, and I'm gonna stop saying buttholes. But like, come on now,
the penetration was crazy.
That
was nuts.
Why are you talking about how easy it is for you to pee now? I'm
not mad at that more so. I'm more mad at the penetration. Don't tell me about
this is after work drink discussions. Like me and my coworkers go.
But I can
talk
imagine
about shit after work, and we say shit we would never say within the confines of
but
where
I can
we clock
imagine
in.
that if these people don't have immediate access to each other, even being out in public potentially could arise some type of conflict.
They was discussing gangbangs apparently in the group chat too that they was doing together.
Well, then that's different. Y'all wilding. Y'all might be some sickos.
Allegedly.
They might be some sickos.
That was part of it too.
I'm not saying that's not. They might be some sickos. I'm not arguing against that. But at least when the woke mob was going crazy, we wasn't having a stock market crash like it's been doing.
Okay.
When they lost all the bonuses that niggas said that we was getting when Trump got in, it's all gone.
My goodness, I lost so much money. I checked today.
Oh, he saw
I've been trying not to check.
It was bloody.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, it's all right. All you gotta do is just hold, and it's gonna go back up.
As soon as it go back up, I'm selling it.
That's not